Hey, we back. Hey, what up, y'all? Welcome back to Yo Hero. It's your boy Half a Dozen. And we back here to do our reviews on episode 5 and 6 of Daredevil Born Again. So I appreciate all of y'all for coming to join us. And I couldn't do this show without the homies. So once again, I want to get y'all introduced to the man who finds consuming all the liquor and weed amusing. All right, Mr. Leave Your Girl Drooling on the east side of Akron, Sue Whooping. My best friend and co-host, Matt. What up, dog?
What up? What up, y'all? What up, everybody? What up, Six? How
What
you
up,
doing,
bro?
buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm up in the clouds a little bit. Let's just say that. But
That's cool.
Mac, we couldn't do this shit,
I,
without the other homie, last but not least, the man who ain't slept in weeks, known for twisting sweets and comic book critiques. He also keeps receipts. The man, the myth, the legend, Skunkle Bird.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Hello, sir. Hello. Yeah, man. So what we gonna do? Like I said, we gonna break down our kind of first impressions, our thoughts, and get into the spoilers and everything from Daredevil Born Again episodes 5 and 6. But every week we like to bring a little something extra to the table, not just just the review. We like to talk about all this comic book stuff coming out in cinemas and also the series. So we're gonna get into a little bit of that. So our first subject up, we got this Spider-Man Noir coming out, behind the scenes photos of Sony Pictures and Amazon's upcoming Spider-Man Noir series. Now these came out a little bit ago, but we really didn't talk about it. We just started doing the show, right? So Mac, did you hear about this?
no, actually, I didn't. I didn't. This is my first time seeing this picture or hearing anything about Spider-Man Noir. I didn't even
Yeah,
know that he was doing his own movie.
so I think it's going to be a series, not a movie, actually, and it's going to be on Amazon Video, Amazon Prime Video, whatever you call it, and it's a
Okay.
collaborative effort between Sony Pictures and Amazon to pretty much get some content out there. And the crazy thing about this is it's starring my guy Nicolas Cage, the Ghost Rider himself, Johnny Blaze.
He also voices him in the animated the movies.
Yeah, you're correct. He voices him on Into the Spider-Verse series and all that. So
That's a
he's
nice
getting
trivia.
he's
That was a
getting
nice trivia nugget you dropped right there, Bird. That was a nice trivia. I didn't know that.
Well,
yeah, that was a little trivia nugget, you know. You came up with that yourself. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
well, no, I mean, you look at the credits. I mean, I like the Spider Verse movies.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
Fairly well done.
Damn, Nicolas
I
Cage
think
look
it's
old.
pretty
He
pretty
look
too.
old as fuck in these pictures. I just want to say that, like, to be playing the Spider, but I guess to be playing the Spider Man, he look old as I don't know what.
Well, that's supposed to be. He's more of a detective,
Yeah, that makes sense.
private investigator down on his luck type stuff, and just eking along in life. So, you're going to get some crime drama mixed with superhero elements, probably. It's supposed to be pretty gritty. I think the one dude who worked on Punisher was also involved in producing this or making it or writing it. So we shall.
Yeah, I wasn't privy to that info. I just, you know, I'm just excited that because after all the Sony verse Spider Verse stuff went left with Madam Web and Morbius and Craven and all that, like I'm excited that they're trying something different with Spider Man, and I'm also excited that they're not just you know like they're doing something other than Peter Parker. Like I think that's what Sony should focus on, and let's Marvel handle Peter Parker, and Sony worry about all these other Spider-Man characters they can use.
Well, I mean, if you look at it too, I mean, out of all the Spider-Man, I mean, he's pretty, low key, kind of not really in the whole webbing around the city type thing, you know, more down on the streets. So
Yeah,
I
like you said, like a
like that kind of
detective kind of thing more.
yeah, well, it's a film noir, everything's, black and whitish. It's just, very, very dreary. And I think you're going to get some like just a gritty crime drama.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this. I'm looking, and plus, like I feel like Nicolas Cage always he adds a little extra goofy on everything. So you know what I mean, like on purpose. Like when Nicolas Cage does Nicolas Cage, like I I don't know, it just makes for a great entertaining experience for me. Pause. That sounded crazy. But like when Nicolas Cage, like he's just he's one of the craziest actors. Like he's off the wall.
Well, yeah, he plays a goofball or a crazy guy or off kilter type guy. Well, I mean, just look how he transformed into the Ghost Rider. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his portrayals of like Johnny Blaze were crazy, and then like his whole. If you've seen some of the behind the scenes of like his transformation, like the takes that they did, like him pretending his face was melting off, like he was going wow. He was crazy. And I'm actually hoping, there's been a lot of rumors he'll come back in Avengers Secret Wars. So I'm actually hoping he comes back as Johnny Blaze. I think that would be sick. Because in my mind I want to see, that end game battle scene, but with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider, maybe even Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Like, just
be
like,
Deadpool's.
yeah, it'd be crazy. But I definitely want to see Nicolas Cage come back as Ghost Rider. But I'm glad he's getting to play the live action version of Spider-Man Noir.
Now, if they pull off a Midnight Suns and they let Blade be Blade again, Wesley Snipes, they could get Nicholas back for the Ghost Rider and get into that supernatural realm and stuff like that, bringing back them guys for that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do that. I just think I think more so I think they're gonna have a newer cast for that. You know what I mean? I don't think you're gonna get Wesley Snipes. I think you'll get Mahershala Ali's version of Blade in a Midnight Suns movie.
Well, I'm thinking that. I mean, Wesley was made for that role. I mean, he pulls it off perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah.
was, but Mahershala Ali, they already signed him.
Oh no, I'm just saying. No, I mean you don't know if they signed him for the Midnight Suns, but
Well, they probably signed him to like a 3-pitcher deal. It doesn't matter what the pitcher is, Blade, Midnight Suns, it's probably still a 3-pitcher deal or something.
you still do have multiverse. But
Right. So you're correct. Yeah, but I just feel like if they're gonna do, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to Wesley doing a Midnight Suns. I just feel like if they're gonna do it, they're gonna want it to be like, a little mini saga of its own. Where they could do a Ghost Rider movie or whatever the case, a Blade movie, and then have them all be, Moon Knight join them, so on and so forth. Yeah, so I don't know. So let's go to our next subject. This is super interesting right here, yo. This just came out today, so I'm super pumped to even bring this to the audience. All roads lead to doom. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, it is what it is, baby. We kind of knew what it was. I mean, I didn't zoom in on the picture to see all the names on the chairs, but I'm sure that I'm sure it's
Well,
going to be epic.
I'm glad you brought that up because you don't have to zoom in to look at all the names on the chairs. This is the cast of Doomsday.
That is crazy.
Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man. So we gonna have fucking Wyatt Russell.
The Thing.
These are new characters too. I mean, new actors.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's where they're coming all together.
Come on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah,
We gotta take this
Beast.
back a little. We gotta take this back. Let's read some of these names. Let's
Okay, we got Thor.
let's read these names. We got Thor.
We got Thor. Thor.
Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman.
Okay.
Anthony Mackie, Captain
We
America.
got Cap.
Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan.
Winners.
Letitia Wright. I'm unsure who that is. Sorry, Marvel fan.
I'm unsure too.
She could be Ironheart.
I don't know who that
I
is
don't know.
either.
Paul Rudd, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Wyatt Russell,
That's
that's a U.S. agent.
Oh yeah.
I'm unsure who that is too. I feel bad. I'm unsure who that is. Evan Moss Bacharach, that's The Thing. Simu Lee, that's my man, Shang-Chi.
Oh, okay.
Florence Pugh, that's what's her name?
I do
Black
know.
Black Widow
That's her
sister.
cousin.
Black Widow
That's her
sister.
cousin. Oh, the blonde-haired chick.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Shuri.
I'm trying to.
Letitia Wright.
Okay, Shuri. Okay. Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer though. Who is he?
Beast.
Who is he
The
gonna be? though?
Beast, bro. Beast.
Yeah, I was
He was-
about to say, bro.
He already came back as Beast at the end of the Marvels. Lewis Pullman,
That's true.
Danny Ramirez,
And
Joseph
Earl.
Quinn, David Harbour,
We got Winter
Red
Soldier.
Guardian, Winston Duke,
Then Duke.
Tom Hiddleston,
Okay, good Loki.
Patrick Stewart, Professor X, Magneto,
Professor X is coming back.
Nightcrawler,
That is crazy.
Mystique, Cyclops.
That is
Are you-
crazy.
Gambit.
That's
Oh my God, Mr. Fantastic. All
that
roads
is
lead-
crazy, bro.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
crazy. That crazy, bro.
This is insanity, bro. I don't know how to wrap my head around that. Close. I don't know how to even
Yeah, me neither, man.
I don't know how to even speak after that. Wow.
That's the ones you know. I'm sure there's going to be more. At least
I mean, does there need to be?
man.
Does there need to be with that
That is an
cast list?
ensemble. That isn't a. Yeah.
Say it. Say it. What were you gonna say?
Ooh, him.
Mac, yeah, that was an
Oh
assault.
no, I'm
What?
saying like it don't need to be. It don't
Yeah,
need to
Well,
that,
be
no,
one.
it's a
It
good
don't need to be
cast.
nobody else cast.
It's a good
With
set
all
of
the
characters. I just, you know, I think there should be. There should. I'm sure there's more cameos if they're going to do something where the Doomsday comes around and then they do God King Doom type stuff in Battle World.
wait a second. Let's look at this again. Do you
uh,
think there
it's
needs to
gonna be
be
like
more
a it's gonna be
cameos
like
than that?
Probably.
no.
No, you're crazy. That's
He
all
don't
they
say
need.
probably.
Probably.
No, that's,
Marvel's got a lot of characters.
yeah, but they gotta have a story to tell. They gotta have time to talk, and they can't just
Well, I'm
like
just saying, whenever the realities are going all around, I'm sure that's where I was meaning. I'm not saying that they'd actually have any kind of
perhaps, yeah. You might have some background fodder characters who are just getting killed, but I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
that. I think
or
their goal.
different versions. Maybe if they didn't cameo 'em, but they used footage from different things, as their things are happening and stuff.
Anyhow, I just think it's a crazy cast. Like I don't think they need anything more than that. I think that's more than enough to work with.
Well, it's probably going to be a little over 5 hours for both movies. So
Yeah, but this is the cast for this one movie. Just that. So odds
just
are,
one movie.
yes, odds are some of these people aren't going to be in the next one. They might not even make it to the next one.
yeah, but some people would probably be added also.
Correct.
Yeah,
The next one's going to be all out, but this
correct.
one's,
I agree with that because everybody ain't gonna make it.
bro, come on. This is incredible. Like I have a hard time, like thinking that like it's hard to top
Trying
this
to
movie moving forward on the show. Like even talking because I like the last. We'll get into the Daredevil reviews, but I enjoyed them, and you know this is crazy news. This is crazy to drop this tonight. So
I figured.
and this came out today. You said
hours ago.
that is crazy. That is crazy, buddy. That's a crazy ensemble of characters, bro. That's how you know Doctor Doom gonna be a bad motherfucker, man. To have all the people. That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'll put this on repeat.
Now, I'm having a hard time like it even that like I feel like that's way more than Endgame or Infinity War had. Like I'm just thinking of all the characters. You're talking US Agent, Ant-Man, Thing, Beast, Magneto, Professor X, Mr.
Thor,
Fantastic, Doctor Doom,
Thor.
Shang-Chi, Thor, you know, Elena Belova,
All in
fucking
the same movie.
Black
In the
Panther.
same movie.
Yeah.
That is going, yeah, that's crazy, bro.
David Harbour's Red Guardian. Like, and you know what too? I don't see like I didn't see the Hawks.
No.
So I'm wondering, so that makes me feel like them pictures. Look at Nightcrawler. Are you kidding me? Alan Cummings coming back from X2 as Nightcrawler. Cyclops, James Marsden. Like, bro, I can't even keep up with this shit, bro. What? Oh my god.
And then this fool like
and they didn't Deadpool's not even mentioned. Hugh Jackman's not even mentioned, bro. Like they're saving some of the shit for Secret Wars for, to see the full X-Men team, to see, but oh my god, bro, that's crazy.
I'm ready to see that shit tonight. And it's talking about now in production. Which is exciting though, there's at least it's in production. Damn, man. You just blew my mind with that one.
Pause. That was crazy. Yeah, but like, come on, bro. To see the OG X-Men come back and go against Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom with this new Fantastic Four team, like,
Well, it's Doomsday, so you figure Doom's taking everybody out.
he's gonna be the reason, like, partially the reason the Fox universe probably dies, and you know why Deadpool was in the void, when he was in the void, that Fox sign was behind him and stuff like that. Like, he's just probably, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And to know that Gambit's coming back from Deadpool to be in this, like, bro, what? And then, like, imagine that the moment when Kelsey Grammer's Beast, Cyclops is there, Professor X, and then, like, even if it don't happen in this movie, when they bump into Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, you get that 90s X-Men 97 like team on live action, finally. I guarantee that's what you're going to see. You're going to, that X-Men cartoon we all grew up on, you're going to see that team assemble on camera
No,
with
not
the
team.
pretty much.
You think so?
Hey, so does that mean Chris
you have
Evans
Gambit,
gonna show up?
you'll have
as,
Gambit, you have Beast, you have
Nightcrawler.
you might not have Rogue, but you'll probably have Jean Grey
Jubilee.
come back. Yeah. No, Jubilee. No.
Did y'all hear what I said? Do y'all think Chris Evans like showing up as like he did in Deadpool, like a cameo of that? You know what I mean?
I don't see it.
Oh, it's not going to be like that. No, he's going to have a role to play in this. I think a big role, because I know he wasn't too happy with the last Love and Thunder movie, and I know, like, he wants the character to be, go on like a more serious path.
No, I was talking about Chris Evans, the actor playing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought.
Because they got the new Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I thought you said
said
Hemsworth.
What I was saying, I was saying here. I mean, they already have the new Fantastic Four already in there. I don't think why they'd have him as Johnny Storm again.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just saying, like in the Void, like with Deadpool being in the Void, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they if you watch the cast, it was all Fantastic Four, the new cast. So, like, I don't think they're gonna have any of the old Fantastic Four come back. I mean, we might, see some of them, but I doubt it. I don't think they want to I don't think they want to confuse the fans with the Fantastic Four now. I think they want this new version to be like
the version,
the 616 main timeline version of them, like, moving forward. Even though they're not going to be from the 616 universe, moving forward after Secret Wars, all them superheroes who are left in that universe, Deadpool, etc., will be, in their minds, they will have always been from the same universe. Daredevil, Deadpool, Spider-Man, X-Men characters,
Punisher.
But I imagine the OGs, most of them, this is their send-off. Most of them won't survive.
Oh, you mean like Patrick Stewart and them, and like the?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is their.
Even Hemsworth. I mean, yeah, and anybody from the old where they're recreating their Marvel universe again, or Doom is.
I don't know about Hemsworth.
Well, I think he's got another Thor movie. I thought they were thinking about doing. So,
Yeah.
He might be off, but I mean, you can go anywhere in Asgard and it's outside Earth time, and
yeah, I don't really think they're rebooting the Marvel universe as much as they're doing a reset where it'll work into the continuity of the current storyline to where they can go, okay, Spider-Man's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man reset. X-Men are in the MCU reset. Fantastic Four is in the MCU reset, but it all works. You could still watch all the old movies and it works up until this point. You know what I mean? Because it's part of the story, the reset. You know what I mean?
Well,
But in the characters' minds, to them, mutants will have always been there moving forward. Just like nobody knows who Peter Parker's Spider-Man right now, but they know Spider-Man. It'll be like that.
yeah, well, I'll wait for later on that.
Go ahead, say it.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. So what do we got up next? We got behind the scenes photos from Daredevil Born Again season 2. Just a little picture of Daredevil, apparently, you know, in his infamous black suit from the comic books. Yeah, I'm kind of hyped. I don't know, see him in different suits. I was hyped to just see him back in costume, to be real.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
mean,
fact.
at least I got back to a little bit of the, you know, getting them back out there, born again, so to speak.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a tactical reason he's wearing an all black suit.
Well, maybe. It's not like he can see his own style. I mean,
It's fire. I think it's fire.
I think it
Yeah,
looks
my
good because
favorite
it
two
doesn't
colors.
look all like plated out, but yet it looks like it's, you know, it's
They're my
padded some.
favorite two colors.
Oh, okay, those are your favorite colors.
Those colors right there, you rock it.
Yeah, well, like I remember the black suit in the comics that I remember, you know, outside of his one that was just like the cloth mask. He had that one. But then he had the one where it had like the metal shoulder pads. You remember that bird?
I remember seeing pictures of it. I don't think I was into him at that time or read anything during those stories, but I kind of remember the yellow suit, you know. And
Yeah, the yellow was his first one, but the black one I'm thinking of, it was like when they try to rebrand them in the 90s and try to like make them cool again.
well,
And he had like
but
metal shoulder pads and all black and red, you know, was kind of the same. But this looks a little different than that. This looks pretty much just like an all black. Another thing I wanted to ask y'all is like when do you think, if ever, would they put the double D's on his chest? This logo right here.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't
They
think it really matters. I
no, that
just
matters.
because I think that was a comic book thing at the time where I don't think it's needed for the show because how I don't know just how gritty it is. It's more, you know, based on fighting than real superpowers like, you know, people blasting or, you know, different characters doing, you know, mind controlled stuff where he's down on the, you know, down on the ground fighting people. I just don't see it as important.
Well,
Bro,
why
that
do
is
you
definitely
why do you
that's definitely
disagree?
important. Because that's definitely important. That's part of the whole his costume. That's part of his aura. And how you mean he is not no superpowers? You see how he was using his
No,
earrings,
I'm
his
not.
fighting
I'm saying he's not.
his-
He's not blasting stuff. He's not magneto control magnetism.
oh,
His
so you
his
saying
abilities
his
put him as
abilities
a top
right.
fighter.
Wait. Talking louder doesn't make you right. Let's just talk.
So
Okay.
you saying because he ain't got as good as powers or as powerful powers that he ain't got no abilities like his
It has nothing to do with the powers. It has to do with the feel of the show. I think in reality you wouldn't be running out with the double D on your chest. You know, like
Well, let me ask you this then. Why does he have horns on his suit then?
for headbutting dudes. I don't know
No, it's to
because
strike.
he's
It's to
a
strike.
devil.
It's
Yeah.
just it's to strike fear in the guys, and I think that's the same reason the Punisher symbol. Where's the Punisher symbol on his chest is so people know he means business, and it's about, you know, it's about to get cracking. So I feel the Daredevil logo is the same thing. Like if you're gonna wear the horns, what's the difference? Like,
Yeah, but
but
the double D is not as intimidating as anything. I mean, you could see it or you could not because you know what I'm saying?
it's not. But hear me out. I also feel like they could write it into the story to where like this whole born again thing is where he accepts that the Daredevil identity is a part of him, and he embraces the Daredevil name, kind of, and then puts it on his chest to embrace it, like heroes like Spider-Man who put his symbol on his, back or chest, to be like, okay, I'm gonna accept the fact I'm a hero now, and I'm gonna defend Hell's Kitchen, and I'm gonna actually even just go as far as putting my symbol on my chest so my enemies know what's up, So that's where I look at it. I look at it like that. Like I get what you're saying on the gritty side, but like I also feel like there's precedence to add it on his born again story arc.
And I
Yeah,
just
but
think it needs to
and
be
the
on there
Punisher.
from the comics. From I remember what like reading Daredevil comics as a kid, like remembering seeing that symbol on his chest.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying it never was. What I'm saying is it's just like the Punisher symbol's a lot different. It's a lot bigger. I mean, the black and the red, it's in the middle of the night. You think you're going to see the double
Yeah,
D's?
it don't matter. People scared of that devil. They scared of that devil.
Yeah, the
You know,
horns, the mask, the look,
Here,
how he fights.
yeah,
I just don't see it as being as prevalent. You're the devils of hell, you're the devil of
but
Hell's Kitchen, but at the same time, it's like
why is it
why do
no?
we need it? I don't think it's needed.
Okay, it's maybe it's not. They've proven it's not needed. They've had a successful show without it. What I'm getting at is why is it any more important for Batman to have his logo or Spider-Man to have his or the X-Men to have the X logo or the Fantastic Four to have the Four logo, and all of a sudden for Daredevil fans they were supposed to say, well, it's not important, it's not needed for him. Like that's weird to me.
Well, like again, I said, I mean, he's mostly going out at night. He's fighting in dark places, but even a dark costume like that, it's not practical. No one's really going
Well,
to see it.
neither are
And
the
I'm just
but
saying,
horns.
it's on there.
Neither,
It's on his chest.
neither,
It's
yeah,
on
but
neither,
you can see the horns. No, you can see the horns and the
neither.
shadow and the light behind you and stuff. What I'm saying is,
That's true. That's true. I
it's different. I just think it's different. I don't think it's needed. I don't care if they do or not, but it's one of those symbols of a lot of comic book characters. Magneto having the M on his, his belt, and everybody's got a picture or a spider being a logo or a Punisher skull or an X thing. It just seems like, that's it's kind of different than just having, I don't know. And there's other characters I can't think of right now, but it's not needed. It's who this guy is. You can't say it's going to be some other dude.
Yeah, we know who he is, but if he goes in some like end game type battle in Secret Wars, he might want all these random other characters to see his logo. And I think it'd be
Logo, the whole outfit, the whole vibe is his
and,
logo.
and it, that's true, but and he might not even make that costume. What if he's handed a Daredevil costume by Reed Richards or something to go in this final battle, and it's got the Daredevil logo on it.
Well,
Yeah,
have
it's
it.
not right.
I
Then
just
it's not
think it's a major
needed, but
thing.
I'm gonna be like, yes, when I see it.
You gonna go yes like that?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean,
Daddy.
look, Ben Affleck didn't have it on his suit. This guy that Charlie Cox ain't got it on his suit, and I just think it'd be nice to see
It looked
a
like it's on
comic.
there in this picture though.
Like
It,
I
This
could,
it,
picture,
I
it
could see
looks
if,
like
like
it,
you said, I could see if Reed Richards made him a suit and goes, okay, well, you're the Daredevil, so I put this on for you. But I just don't think it's important for certain street level characters where you're not, you have the identity like that. He's unmistakable in
the
that area.
disrespect to logos, bro. The disrespect is ridiculous.
And this is
I'm
just a art. This is just an artist rendering of what it might look like, Mac, next to us. But next to that are actual set photos. But yeah, this is what it could look like technically. But yeah,
that would be fire, son. Fire.
yeah. I just, I hold Daredevil in high enough regard where I would like to see him in a comic accurate suit one of these times, with the Daredevil logo. I'm happy Disney put him in a brighter red, to be honest, because he had that bright red suit in the comics. Classic Daredevil had that bright red suit. It wasn't like a muted dark maroon. And I get it that it's gritty and all that, but I like when Marvel's willing to go, just like the Deadpool costume and Deadpool and Wolverine. It was so comic accurate. It was perfect.
Yeah, well, I also think that, I mean, are you talking like that red that, like, that like when I think what Mike Minola was doing them, and
yeah. Pretty much the red on our banner here.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean, but I mean, yeah, either or.
All right, so I'll take this down and then we'll move to our next subject, our Daredevil episode 5 spoiler review and discussion. So yeah, so this episode kind of was like I like this episode in a different way, and I think in my mind I heard some people saying Disney put out 2 episodes because they're not trying to get in the way of the next season of Andor that's about to come out or something. And then I heard some people saying that like we felt the action was lacking and they knew if they put out another kind of like episode that was not him in the costume and all that the fans were going to complain too much online. So they were like, let's just give them 2. Let's get people back on board with what we're doing here and fast forward the story a little bit. So, but this episode I actually thought was what I liked about this episode is it felt like a comic book story about Matt Murdock, and yeah, it was a heist story with Matt in the middle of it, kind of pretty much. But it opens up with Matt sitting down. What, trying to get a loan, I assume, or what was he trying to do here?
He was trying to get a loan for his law.
Right. So he's trying to get a loan for his law office, and the assistant manager sitting across from him is no other than Miss Marvel's dad. So you get some more MCU tie-ins in this series. We actually forgot to mention, I think on the last episode, they mentioned Skrulls. The dude that was locked up, with the fiddle faddle, he was like, was I a Skrull? Or what if it was a Skrull, So you had some MCU mentions, but this was an actual character from another MCU series. So I was hyped about that, and yeah, so he must have mentioned Kamala Khan about 8 times, right?
Yeah. He even picked up her bobblehead to show it to him. And he's like, oh yeah, you can't see this.
Yeah,
he promotion, just hey, we got Kamala Khan, another Marvel show. Got to throw it in there.
Well, I thought it was funny because he picked up the Funko Pop and said she got her own Funko Pop. But if you look at it, it looked like she just customized the Funko Pop to look like her.
Yeah, I think I can't remember his wording, but he did say like, "Oh yeah, her own made Funko Pop type thing." I thought he said something like, not being like homemade, but custom or something like that.
Yeah, he was acting like she has a
no, legit. He did say it wasn't a legit one. He goes, "Oh yeah, our I can't remember the wording, but he did say it was like a custom or like a neighborhood person was making them or something, or the family,
I didn't think he said that. I thought he made to me. It made it sound like she's got her own custom Funko Pop, like you could buy from stores, almost kind of deal. Like that's how big of a person Miss Marvel is out there. Oh, you haven't heard of her type deal, but if you look at the thing, it looks like she custom made it. But
Yeah.
I guess we took that joke differently.
Okay.
And then Matt leaves because he can't get the loan. What?
No.
So Matt leaves because he can't get the
That
loan,
is great.
basically. And then a robbery starts happening, basically.
And he hears it, goes back.
Yeah. They do the whole little crazy because he's on the phone actually when he hears the robbery going on back inside. He decides to go back in there. And another thing I noticed people pointed out was all these guys with these masks on, like each mask is a color of one of the Infinity Gems.
No, yeah, I don't pay attention. I know they were different colors. I didn't correlate the two together.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just a little Easter egg, whatever.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, some
How could
directors
you
like
not
to
know? Like as
too
soon as
many.
I seen that gem, I thought I was thinking of Infinity Stone.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking that too. But I'm just saying, he's saying like he didn't think that when he first seen them in their masks.
Yeah, that's not something that came to my head. If I was trying to draw things together, I think I guess I would see it. But
Yeah, I guess it was just a little Easter egg, whatever. So this guy, the female cop, ends up calling Jesse James, and then just calls him by James the rest of the time on the phone.
Yep.
He apparently, I guess his plan the whole time was to have his whole crew get fucked up and him dress up in a cop outfit and dip, or what was his deal?
I don't know if that was all planned or not.
No, that was definitely planned because what was behind.
Well, no, I mean for his, it almost seemed like the crew knew they were going to get caught. If things went bad, they were going to take the fall, and he was going to walk to get that gem out to pay back whatever he had to pay back or whatever.
But did they all have cop costumes? Just in
that
case?
for that female.
Tim- Just him. It was well, yeah, the girlfriend too, but like that was the whole thing. Is no matter what, they were walking out with that gem. Now, if we all get out together, cool. But you guys are going to take the fall. I need to get this out of here for whatever, so they can get out of their debt or whatever they had to be paid.
They got fucked up. What they got.
Yeah, I don't think his boys knew they were gonna get fucked up like that.
I was thinking they was going to get.
I don't think it was their intention. I'm just saying that was plan B was. That's why the girlfriend was there, just in case. If he did get caught or whatever, he would have had to slip it to her at some point, as long as they got that gem. And that's why he did end up, giving it to her.
Did he give it to her? Were you watching?
She got butterscotch, nigga. She had butterscotch, cuz.
She got butterscotch, son. That's what she got.
That's what she got. That's what she got, butterscotch. Exactly what she that little.
So Matt,
I'm sorry.
Whoa, that got dark.
Whoa.
That got dark.
It always gets dark when you look back.
So this was one of the parts of the show I'll be honest, I wasn't buying, was like Matt convincing old buddy to let him use the bathroom and all that in the middle of a robbery. Like, that ain't about to happen, bro.
Then he asked everybody else, "You gotta go?"
Well, yeah. You're already acting funny. You came in the spot late, like when we're already robbing this place, and then you got a smart mouth every time you got something slick to say. Now you want to use the bathroom? Okay. You know, in the middle of this robbery with all these
So you
cops outside, I'm gonna escort the blind man to the bathroom. I just didn't buy that.
It's
so
like
it
they
sounds
didn't
to me
even
like you
like.
would have popped him. You would have popped him early. It sounded to me like you might have
Oh
got
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
When he came back to the robbery,
Oh yeah.
bam, you might have
He
got
would have been the
shot.
example,
He might
but
have
it's
He'd
not
got
have,
even
back
like
up
hey,
check
look,
was
to
blind.
start with you.
he'd have been blind and crippled real quick fucking with me. You know,
Yeah, but it's
like
not even like they really checked that he was blind. They just like, oh, you're blind. You know, like they,
he'd have had a real reason to walk with that cane fucking with me real quick with all that extra shit he was doing. That's what I'm
at
saying.
least
Like,
got pistol whipped a little bit, or at least the stock of the ARs. You know what I mean? Just
they
bashing
were,
his one time.
yeah, but
Oh yeah,
so
he did clock him.
you know, whatever, you know, Matt, you know, that I didn't really buy, but whatever. So on the way, you know, Matt basically, as you would expect, fucks old buddy up, you know, makes his way down to the safe, which this was kind of cool because you see, like, if Matt really wanted, he could be breaking into banks. You know, he could get that money he wanted from that loan, no problem, if he really needed to. Just with
Right.
this ability right here.
He did that all with hearing and the touch. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta be able to feel that click, not just hear it, so you don't go too far.
But
Yeah, it's
earlier you was clowning
His
his
senses on
street
display.
level abilities. Earlier you said he has street
I'm just
level
saying.
abilities.
I mean,
That shit
like
was fire right there. That shit was fire. He did this right with the safe. I was like, oh, that
listen,
boy cold.
most of the characters with letters on their chest or whatever are usually B-listers.
Are you
Okay,
back on that again?
he's on it. He's talking about it.
No, he didn't even say that. He was just saying street level shit.
Same thing he said that why he don't get the DD on his chest. What, his powers ain't good enough? What are you
I'm
talking
just
about?
saying. He
Bringing
was
it
around the
back.
corner down the street and he heard them going in there to rob that bank. Bro got power.
Let's say it.
Bro, you need to respect his abilities, is all I'm saying. You need to respect his abilities.
Yeah, I'm with him. I'll be honest, I'm with Mac. I think
Listen, still peak human, you know, as far as, you know, fighting ability and athletics and stuff like that, you know, strength wise.
calisthenics. What are we talking about here? Look, all right. So he breaks he he breaks into he breaks into this. This is a vault. This ain't no little safe. This is a like top of the line bank vault, you know.
Yeah, he did say something about like maybe a 12 tumbler system or something, state of
Yeah.
the art.
Yeah, it was state of the art, you know. So he wasn't even supposed to get in there. And then this slide basically kind of sums up, you know, pretty much the whole episode, you know, them breaking in. And then Matt ends up, you know, kind of talking Kamala Khan's father through the whole double key process with trying to get in the safety deposit boxes. And they end up finding a gem in there, which I don't know why this gem's so important.
It's just the price of it, what it's worth.
I guess, yeah, I imagine.
Well, I mean, they'll get like
or it can have another meaning. It can have another purpose.
It could.
Aha.
What's the other meaning?
Maybe I don't know.
We're yet
Maybe.
to find out. We'll find out in the future. But I'm pretty sure it's something to that gym, bro. Like it's something.
Yeah, it's always they got a tiger, a white tiger amulet. You know, they got things in the MCU that's all these things are usually for a reason. Maybe it was just, you know, like he said, this is street level story, so maybe it was just worth something. But you know, who do you think these guys were working for?
Well, it was the kingpin or whatever, his woman, whatever they made an agreement between the two different families or whatever that the dude had to pay this dude this or whatever for reparations or something that he did against the guy. I thought that's what I got out of it.
That was another.
No, that was another episode. That was the next one.
Yeah, but I thought this had to do with it.
I don't think
this
no.
is totally. No, he's right. Six was right. They was totally working for somebody else. They ain't have shit to
They
do with
never,
this.
they never said who they was working for, and they just said him. They kind of referred to him, and they didn't say who. So I'm wondering who they were working for. You know, it could be the Kingpin himself. You know, just trying to create chaos in the city. You know, but yeah, and then we get a shot of this, you know, Funko Pop Marvel, Miss Marvel Funko Pop. And also, I wanted to bring up, you know, too, like, I think there's a very specific reason they brought him into this and brought up Miss Marvel and Kamala Khan so much is because, like I said earlier on our last episode, I believe, I think the White Tiger's niece is going to end up being a young Avenger or the champions, as they're calling them, one of the champions.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I think, you know, because why, like, I wouldn't think of putting Miss Marvel, who was kind of like, if you watch that show, that was kind of like a teenage Marvel show. It was a
Yeah.
good show,
Right.
but it was kind of made for teenagers if you watch it the way,
Right.
you know, she was drawn in the show and stuff like that. So
Well, she was still in high school. I mean, what else is it supposed to be?
yeah, it was very family friendly. So to take her dad and put him in this Daredevil, brutal, violent, you know, kind of series was kind of like, okay, there's got to be a reason for that to me, not just the crossover for the sake of crossing over. I think very specifically, this White Tiger girl is going to get, because he mentioned that Kamala Khan was in California, and we know the West Coast Avengers was started by Hawkeye, and I have a feeling they might be like the West Coast Avengers, you know, or have something to do with that, or Hawkeye might start a West Coast Avengers, and the kids want to be a part of it. He's like, you know, you guys, you know, he probably won't want to involve them, so they'll do their own spinoff, being the Young Avengers or Champions, and you know, but
I think they're just trying to, because a lot of these characters, especially, you know, they're all close by. So I think they're trying to just kind of build out that city area because there's a lot of people, you know, Marvel to New York for many years. So a lot of their street level characters deal with different parts of New York and stuff like that. So I think they're just tying just things together that this is happening at this time, you know, to put it in a timeline.
why is Kamala Khan in Cali? And the last time we seen her, uh she was in an end credit scene talking to Kate Bishop. You know,
Yeah.
so I have a feeling they're out in Cali with Hawkeye for some reason, starting up some West Coast Avengers shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not, but I just think they're, you know, they're dropping their you know the
that was so
I think they're just dropping a lot of their other characters just to kind of give it more of a feel.
Yeah,
snap that
so
boy shit like a twig.
yeah, so the robber in the green mask makes his way outside in a cop uniform, and then he tries to put them paws to Daredevil, and you see what happens with that. He smashed old boy's face in with a bottle. Like, that was crazy. And then after that, you know, he starts getting upper hand on Daredevil a little bit. You can see Daredevil's rusty. He hasn't fought in a while. And then he just straight up kick old boy's kneecap backwards.
He lunged at that thing. He was coming
He
down with the
crushed
vengeance.
it. Crushed it.
Oh, he snapped that joint like a chicken wing,
Yeah. He
like a
definitely
flat.
did.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
It was nasty. It
It
was.
was.
He got his street level justice there. All right, y'all. So, and then we got episode 6, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So on episode 6, basically, tell them how this started out, Mac. What's going on right here?
Well, even before that, I mean, it's Mac's favorite part. You know, they had to show some Kingpin and his woman, you know, going through some discussions. You know how he loves that drama, that
No, I
intensity.
hate that. I hate that. Even though Vanessa was looking like she was ready to get smashed, though. She did. She came in the room like she was about to drop it like it's hot for the Kingpin, but she was just on some bullshit. As usual, per women. That's just Natasha. But yeah. This is taking a pen and telling old boy that he gonna after he told him he could shove his 1.8 million, he told him he was gonna give whoever 2.8 million. He taking a pen and sticking it in old boy's jacket, his whatever that is, his Gucci, his Poochie, whatever that bum
He's
outfit. You know?
it's his little tracksuit jacket because he's part of the tracksuit mafia we seen in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this episode is called Excessive Force, and I just thought that was funny because he, you know, like this dude owed him like 1.8 mil, and he just went excessive with it. It was like, nah, you owe me 2.8 mil. How about that?
Well, that's the king. Yeah.
Yeah, I love when he just like they think he's a punk because he's a mayor, and he just stands on business right there. Like, nah, bitch, you owe me 2.8 mil. Add,
Well,
add
yeah,
in,
and another million, you keep talking like you don't.
yeah, like every time I bet you a dude kept talking, he just kept adding pins to his jacket, adding millions on top of it. Oh, buddy's wearing 20 pins.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
this
crazy.
this episode was definitely with the shits. With the shits.
Yeah, so and then we see Kingpin trying to get funding for his Red Hook project. And you basically see like all these rich people ain't fucking with him, right?
Oh yeah, they're throwing it in his face.
Yeah,
Well,
they
they know who
basically
he is. You know, like I said.
they was throwing their noses up.
Oh yeah.
Stank.
Well, you know, you
They
don't
tried
come
to
from
shit
their,
on
you
top.
know, you don't come from their world, so they ain't letting you in, and you ain't kissed the ring for them. You ain't sucked up to them. You ain't, you know, done nothing.
Whoa. Technical
Whoa.
foul. It's a lot of
Whoa,
fucking going on.
whoa. There might be
Relax.
children watching.
I'm just saying
Relax.
that's what world they're portraying. You know, these are the political elites or whatever, the people that got money in the city, and they're saying, "Sorry, Wilson, you ain't in our club."
Hey, I'm just saying, I don't know what type of club you running over there, but relax. With the kissing and the sucking up and all that. That is crazy.
Oh my god, yo, that's hilarious. Yeah, I keep look at his face. He's like, I don't even want to be in that club.
Well, no, he didn't.
That club sound nasty, freaky.
Well,
Oh man.
well, the kingpin is used to having people kiss and suck up to him all the time. So yeah, now he's got the roles reversed.
This is taking a dark turn.
What series are you watching? We're watching different series, my friend.
Just the wrong way, whatever. It's cool.
Oh Lord, but yeah.
It was funny. That was
Oh my god, that was fucking funny. Yeah, Kingpin. So basically, he ain't getting no funding from these motherfuckers. And what's cool is we get another MCU cameo, and I don't know if y'all are familiar, but this is the Swordsman from the Hawkeye series. Another like D-list Marvel character, but it's cool to see his characters continuing from the Hawkeye series. And he kind of fits in this world, you know.
Yeah.
He was already dealing with the tracksuit mafia now.
Yeah. It was cool to see him. I thought
And
that was
now he's got a little costume we seen in this BB report, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not very
And you can tell he's just kind of starting off too. I mean,
not very comic accurate though.
Maybe we'll see it evolve if
It
they keep
almost
on with a lot of street level characters. You know,
it almost looks like the Ronin suit that Hawkeye had.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks more like that than his comic book suit down here on the right.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if I'd have been intimidated though by that. If I'd have seen the dude dressed like that comic book character on the right, out in the daytime, running around with I'd slap
what's
the
with
shit
the
out of
fin
that
on
dude.
his
You know?
head. I mean, what's the fin for?
I mean, his mustache looked crazy to begin with, so I wouldn't be intimidated to start. But I'm just saying, I like when they do these goofy comic book costumes. I kind of wish they would.
He's gonna be out there like, my name is Inigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die. I'm looking for the man with the 6 fingers on his hand.
Damn.
That's what he out there doing. Crazy. It's crazy, buddy. Crazy work.
I don't know what would drive him to do such things.
No.
Yeah, so but this episode really, was all about the homie Muse, But we had old girl, White Tiger's niece, pop up again, and like I said, I think this is just solidifying my point. I feel like they're using some of these moments to further the Champions Young Avengers storyline, and I think she's going to be a part of the Champions. She's going to
The
take
way
his hand.
the way she was acting, talking to Matt when she was in his office, made me feel that way too. Because I'm like, they definitely. I don't know. I just got the vibe she was not done, and she's not going to rest until she like gets some vengeance for them killing her uncle, man.
Yeah, she seemed like she want to be a hero. She's willing to do the fighting if nobody else will.
Right.
Well, no, I thought them eyes weren't a female's eyes. Being the female White Tiger. No.
I don't know what he's referring to.
Oh, and in the White Tiger episode where you guys making fun of me again for pointing out that could be the new White Tiger in
But
that
I'm
one costume.
doubling down on making fun of you by pretending I have no clue what you're talking about.
No, but you could definitely see that she was, she wants to do something, and if she feels like she's getting help or she's not getting the help that she thinks she needs, I think she's gonna end up going out. And didn't they have somebody, picking up that medallion in the one episode towards the end?
Well, I think his family just collected his belongings, and it might have been her.
Yeah. Because I honestly, when I first seen, I guess it was his wife or whatever, I thought maybe she would have picked up the mantle at that point in time until they brought her in. And then I'm like, oh, okay, now I see it. Because I just seen her like,
his wife was so anti about his whole superhero thing. I didn't see that, but
but losing somebody or whatever, and actually seeing that the good and how he got screwed over in the end,
maybe. But we,
until we met her, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Her on-screen performance gave me no reason to think his wife would, but this chick, I felt like from the start, and I said that on that episode, I feel like she's going to be one of the Young Avengers / Champions, because I don't think they're going to call them Young Avengers, because I think Marvel's afraid to, if this movie's not good, that they could hurt the Avengers brand, and right now the Avengers brand is just, they can make billions off it. So I think they want to call them the Champions, but Miss Marvel, her, Kate Bishop is Hawkeye, so on and so forth. We might have the new younger T'Challa. There's no telling. Wiccan and Speed. Wiccan and Speed. I said Miss Marvel. Yeah.
Well, they did have that picture with Goop in it too, so
you could very well have Love in it. Cassie Lang. Ant-Man's daughter. So you got like almost a whole team of girls almost, but there might be a guy or two on a team, Wiccan and Speed or something like that,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think. I think they're leading into. You might even have American Chavez from Multiverse of Madness join them. So I think they're getting to that. They probably won't get to it till after Secret Wars. But I definitely think this. I think the White Tiger character has been liked enough by the audiences that people want to see her pick up the mantle, and she did it in the comics. I'm pretty sure. So I think that's literally his niece who picked up the mantle in the comics in this photo. So yeah, I'd like to see that on screen. But yeah, we start seeing that the police, or the Mayor Fisk has people trying to take these murals down, and they can't get it down because it's an epoxy mix with human blood. They find out, and when they test the blood, they find out it's from like over 60 different victims. So Fisk is beyond pissed about the shit,
Especially when it's defaming him like that.
Facts. Yeah, when it got him looking hella crazy, right?
Oh yeah. And it does say Kingpin, and it's just like, okay, this, like I said, the upscale people knew who he was. I'm sure there were some of the voters did, but they're like, hey, I'd rather have this guy than these crummy politicians, anyways. We know this dude might rip off some stuff, but maybe he might do some good, or maybe he is reformed. They can go a lot of different ways with that, but yeah, he's trying to keep that image squeaky clean, and
Yeah, and he just generally probably doesn't want his version of New York covered in graffiti of himself, like this. So, right. So he puts together his vigilante or anti-vigilante task force, which we showed behind the scenes from Daredevil season 2 last episode, video footage and set photos of. And I didn't think we were going to get this task force this season. I thought that was like a next season thing, but apparently he's already assembling his little crooked cop task force, right?
Yep.
Crooked motherfuckers.
They fucked up.
Guys that are good at their job.
All the type of cops I can't stand. No, they some motherfucking crooked cops. They the snud. They pigs, son.
Yeah. I'm saying, but all these guys are good at their job, even though they kind of bend the rules a lot and stuff like that. And Wilson's okay with that. I mean, like they said that the leader dude, he was like top of his class at the academy and stuff. So I mean, like they were good cops, but circumstances change people after they're not like that for a while.
Well, I think being top of their class, like I don't know if that meant academically as much as like athletically. Like they might have been top of the class athletically and off the charts, like as far as like being badass Marines or something prior to being cops or something like that. But I really think Fisk meant it as, hey, you guys are the best dirt balls around.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think he's appealing to them too, in a way that say, hey, you guys do, like he's praising them in a sense for being bad cops all at the same time.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, yeah, but at the same time, he's also, appealing to like, hey, I trust you guys because you guys are trained well, or you scored high on this, or you did, you know what I'm saying? But like these guys were somewhat, like I said, top of the class in whatever they were top of the class in. But I mean, he spoke to the one guy specifically when he was saying that, and it was just like, okay, he's got these cops that are malaligned now, for whatever reason, if they're always dirty or if like circumstances just say, man, I got to do what I got to do because I got to get this guy off the street for whatever he's doing. And it sounds like, I mean, yeah, maybe some of them take money and stuff, but I think also some of them go out of their way to, hurt some of the maybe some of the shitholes out there that are, hurting people too. So they do it not the way you're supposed to by planting evidence because they know this guy did it, but they can't prove it.
So they're dirty cops. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I said. But I'm saying that
Hey, we
they're
met
not
this
like
motherfucker
a dumb
here.
dirty cop.
He
You know what I'm
looked-
saying? They're not
he
like
looked
Joe
like
Schmo
us.
who picks up, the money from the barber because he's paying protection money or whatever. You know what I mean? These guys are maybe accomplishing some good in the way of what they're doing, besides
They the
filling their
police.
pockets.
They can't accomplish no good. They the police.
See, this is what I'm saying. Is like I think yeah, he was appeasing to their sensibilities as far as like being dedicated to being cops, but at the same time, I think he knows there's a reason he assembled that group of cops, and they're dirty cops. So I think we're saying the same thing two different ways.
Well, but I also think it's like they're the bully cop. They're gonna they're gonna
Excessive force, like the episode's name.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, that's who he wants to take down because Punisher's coming back and Punisher ain't gonna be light on them.
Yeah, he needs dirty cops on his new payroll. That's all I was getting at. So yeah, I don't think there's no good cop about being a dirty cop, like, in my eyes. Like now, but
they know this dude's raping somebody and they go ahead and knife him and throw him in a fucking goddamn train track. Like, I mean, you're a dirty cop, but you did some good by taking that rapist out of there. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like
raping. Why did it have to be? Why did it have to be that involved? Like,
I'm just saying.
This dude is dark. Dark, man. Oh,
I mean, they're not shooting little old ladies for running a red light, is what I'm saying. They're being shitty to some probably really shitty people, maybe some good people too. But like I'm saying,
I mean, we don't know that because look how they treated Matt. Look how they treated the White Tiger. Look how that's what I'm getting at. From what I've seen on this shit, they're dirty ass cops.
But that's the way. The one who kind of framed him for killing another cop, of course. I mean, that's kind of thing,
And then they killed him, blew his fucking brains out.
Yeah.
When he was found not guilty in a court
they were
of law.
beating him up in the jails too. I'm just saying that's how those kind of things, those police guys are.
That's the world we live in, son. I said that's the world we live in,
like
son.
That's why they lie for each other and shit. Just saying.
He's saying.
I'm saying.
Oh, shit.
So
that's when I knew Kingpin had took a hit. When he started coming down the steps with the axe, I was like, "Oh yeah, he off that pure white right now." He's about to go crazy on him. He came down the steps. Look how he walks. Look how he was walking. Look how he on that.
He came down there like Jason Voorhees.
He was mad as fuck after he ate them glizzies and his suit wasn't fitting him no more.
Oh, yeah, that's what I forgot.
You gotta be eating
I forgot about the glizzies.
Yeah, because he told, I forgot too till he told Vanessa, my suit isn't fitting me anymore.
Yeah, when he ripped it.
Yeah, then he comes down the steps with this fucking axe, and I'm like, oh shit, bro. Here he come down these steps again. Like, Adam, it's a wrap, Adam. But, and then you get these intercutting shots. Daredevil finally finding Muse, and then he sees Muse has White Tiger's niece, and he's just like siphoning her blood. Like, it was crazy. I thought Daredevil was going to get there before he got that far. And then when I seen her blood just start going down the tube, I'm like, this is dark, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was surprised. Like it was like, I mean, yeah, it just happened real fast. Like Muse didn't even take his time. He's like, taking you out right now. And I was like, man, is she gonna die? And I thought she was gonna die for a minute because I thought I was like, man, running out of clock there, Matt. You better run.
How did he hear Matt coming though over that train though? That shit was crazy. He was like he heard the train. And
well, technically Muse is an Inhuman in the comics, and he's got abilities to actually throw off Daredevil's heightened senses, you know. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna lean into. I don't think they're gonna lean into any of that. I think he just, you know, who knows, was just
You know, and there might have been like a proximity alarm or something too. You know what I mean? Something set off that he's like,
yeah,
oh shit.
yeah.
So
He might have had some little, you know,
he found that girl no problem too.
motion
But no, she
sensor
took her
kind of
stupid
thing.
ass down there. She shouldn't have never went down there. We all know that. You don't go down there. Tunnels.
Yeah, that was
That was
kind
the
of
first
dumb.
time that
Yeah,
I mean,
so
maybe she went as the white tiger or something. She had, you know, the amulet or something, but she just went down there all just like willy nilly, like
with her cell phone.
"Wait on my phone.
yeah,
I got
I knew she was getting snatched up.
But Muse actually put up a decent fight against Daredevil. I was kind of surprised about that.
It started off kind of rough for him. You know what I mean? I mean, Matt was on him, but yeah, then he started pulling off some moves. Like, all right, I got you, bro.
I mean, from being a dude that was at that book signing, if that's who Muse is, I was kind of surprised he was. But, you know, like I said earlier, Matt was, you could see he was rusty because when he was fighting that bank robber, you know, that bank robber was low key getting the best of him until Matt just brought out the brutality, you know, went full Daredevil and smashed his face into the bottle and all that, you know. But Muse was putting up a decent fight, and this was a cool battle, bro. This is by far, I'm gonna just say it now, episode 6 is my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think it's still hard to beat the opening scene of the season.
I think this beat it right here. This battle with Daredevil and Muse, and seeing Matt, like, the only reason I think he didn't kill this dude was because he had to go save her. He heard her heartbeat.
Definitely. Or at least
Oh,
make
yeah, he
sure he was, you know, out.
Yeah, because he was about to kill this dude, but then her heartbeat was slowing down, so he had to get over there and help old girl, you know.
That he was.
Yeah, but this was just
That's
a
how,
6
that's how
scene, bro.
Muse got away. That's how he
I,
got
I,
away.
I was
'cause he had
surprised. I was
so
surprised
good.
he went to that move.
Yeah, bro. He had old buddy's feet up there like, yeah.
Yeah, he should have killed that motherfucker. Out here killing up all the hoes. We need the hoes. He up here killing them and just leaving them at murals that he painted with their blood. Like,
He was killing hoes 2 at a time.
yeah, that's
Hoses,
ridiculous.
hoses needed for sure.
Yeah, we
I'm
need the hoes. We
not
definitely
gonna-
need the hoes.
You know, and then like I said, this is intercutting back to Fisk killing Adam, you know, and we kind of see, you know, Matt will throw a punch and then it'll cut to Fisk connecting on a punch, and you know,
I think it was totally unexpected that he, you know, he had that axe, you know, and they gave it to him. Like, all right, I'm giving you a chance, bro.
oh
That
yeah,
was like wild. I mean, you skipped
Yeah, that
right
was.
over that part, and I'm going, man. It's not like he went down there to chop the dude up. He gave the dude a chance.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
hey, man, this you threw that bitch in the cell with him. And he looked, too. You see how Adam looked like?
Dad with
"Oh,
the
this for
hammer.
me, motherfucker?
yeah,
This
you're
for
right.
me?"
Yeah, that was totally crazy. Like that's how you know, bro. He's Kingpin's like the craziest character out of all these motherfuckers, you know. Like, he's really fucked up in the head. He was like, my dad told me, you know. I grew up fighting people bigger than me. I'm like, yeah, this dude is a fucking nut, bro. He's crazy. And you really see him and Matt kind of snap at the same time. Like, both of them snap back into character.
Yeah.
And then you see, you know, him just kind of like at peace. Like, you see that's his happy place, bro, is violence.
He's taking it
Yeah,
in
when he-
right there. He's like,
Yeah.
it's like the burden's off his shoulders. Like I just sit
Yeah,
back.
he
and be
needed that. He needed that release because he had been putting up with a lot of people's bullshit for weeks, months on end, and he had a chance to really let it all out, but he felt great.
Pause,
No,
bro.
ain't
That
no
was
pause.
crazy.
He let it all out after he beat the fuck out of May. That
he
was
needed he needed that release. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
well, Vanessa wasn't giving him one.
Yeah, that's true. I hope he wasn't sitting there, you know. Anyhow, that's crazy. You know, you could tell he was just in his happy place. Pause. Like he was just like, yeah, he finally like that's his like I don't know his sanctuary kind of like
it's therapy.
after
It's therapy,
yeah
bro. When he is administering violence, that's his happy place.
yeah way more than seeing the therapist him and Vanessa been seeing. Like he looks more relaxed there than he ever did on that couch with that therapist.
That is a fact, sir. That is Snapple facts.
So what y'all think of Muse, man? Yeah, we got to see him before the season closed. You know, what do y'all think of the first on-screen
We still
appearance of
we
Muse?
still got 3 more episodes, don't we?
Yeah, we do, but I'm just asking what y'all think, you know, of our first appearance of like
Well,
not
he
first
was the
appearance,
last
but
one, but yeah, I
first
guess
first
in
real
action.
first real seeing him in action, kind of like his first story development, you know.
I thought he was pretty cool. He didn't say too much. He didn't say nothing actually, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Like, and then I was glad he was fighting back on Daredevil. He wasn't just letting him just have his way with him, even though Matt did open up a fresh can on him. But
Yeah, I think it's just nice because it's something besides Bullseye. You know, like we've seen Bullseye, you know, in the old Daredevil movie and stuff like that, and Kingpin. So it's just nice to see something like a fresh villain. You
right,
know,
Yeah, and somebody not anybody's like familiar with that much, being that big, big time New York supervillain or anything like that. He's just one of them dudes that pops up every now and then that you got to put down like a rabid dog.
yeah, like Matt has so much in common with Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, but he has nothing in common with this dude. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
No one
that's
does.
true.
No one does.
So it
It's
just
just,
makes him such a good villain because he's so unpredictable. I feel like, you know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, you really never know his motivation. You don't know, like, no backstory, no nothing. It's just this dude's out there wanting to kill people and make blood and art, and
But what was those 2 streetwalkers thinking when they just walked up on him like he was like it was cool? Like, can we get a picture? Like what?
Uh, yeah, well,
I'm glad he
they
I'm glad he off those streetwalkers. I'm
well
glad he
well,
did.
he
no.
au-
Go ahead.
he autographs all his art, you know, and puts his name under it. Says Muse. So I imagine the girls have seen his murals all over the city and were just like seeing him making one right in front of them, and they, you know, were like, "Hey, are you the guy that's making all these murals we're seeing?" Not knowing he's a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, I think that in that kind of culture or whatever stuff too. I mean, graffiti artist, or you're a local band, or you know what I'm saying, that they have their own bit of notoriety. Or you that DJ that was at that club in that warehouse 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Oh, that's it. You get a little bit of even a little fan club, and they're like, oh shit, that is him. Look at him.
Yeah, it is like you're thinking like like New York graffiti vibes. They might have been like, "Yo, this is the dude I see all the murals from," and a lot of people like the murals because the murals represent how they're feeling about Kingpin having split personalities and shit like that, and the dollar bill imagery in his name and stuff like that. Like, so the people in New York kind of, you know, or they're resonating with Muse's art, not knowing that this dude's a complete psychopath.
Well, I don't even think that they're resonating on that level. I think they're just saying, okay, we got these nice pictures, and I think he's actually more or less exposing things. You know what I'm saying? That most people might not see. Oh yeah, you all voted for him for being this, but this is him too.
Yeah, but
A lot,
that's what I'm saying. It's resonating with them girls. That's why they asked who he was
well, yeah,
because
that's what
they're
yeah.
going, "Oh, this shit's popping. Let's go introduce ourselves to this guy." You know what I mean?
I appreciate him killing the horse.
Hey, we partied with Muse. You know,
Yeah, and like I said, I like this brighter red Daredevil costume they're using. I think it's fire. I do wish he had his logo right there.
Yeah,
If he had his logo, it'd be to me a perfect costume.
I agree.
It's fire. It's fire. I love a costume. I just think the logo would make it perfect almost.
hit or miss don't matter to me.
So episode 5, we didn't get like a scored review from y'all. Episode 5, what would you score that?
Oh, episode 5. I'm gonna score it at a 9.
The robbery episode.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 because I gave the episode 6 a whole 10, son, the whole 10 because it was action. It wasn't all that storytelling. It was action in 5, so that's why I gave it a 9. Like at least they was robbing a bank. It wasn't all like story, gory. You know what I mean?
No courtroom, no
Yeah,
counselors. No, five was, I hate to say it. I mean, I think it was the worst episode kind of yet. It just, I just don't, it didn't fit anything. The only thing I guess they progressed was, hey, there's Matt snapping back into his old form. But
wow,
I could see him trying to save the girl and snapping back. And you know what I'm saying? It just seemed like unnecessary.
Episode 6 was the worst episode ever. Is that what you said?
5.
You didn't say it. It said 5.
Oh.
I said 5. It just didn't feel like, I mean, just like he said, it was a regular comic book episode. It could have been put any, you know what I'm saying? The only thing it forwarded was like Kamala Khan reference and, tied them into the era of New York.
I think you're high. I think you're high. And you need You're crazy, sir.
No, I just think they could have done it. They would have put 6, 5.
The worst one out of all.
Yes, it was the worst one yet.
The worst one. You are
crazy. At least the other ones progressed the story. This was just like, hey, look, Daredevil's back because he snapped some dude's leg and fucked with some robbers. Where it was just like, yeah, he does that on the old Daredevil did that on a regular Tuesday morning.
We've been waiting for some action, Bird. I've been waiting for action.
Well, I'm not saying the action wasn't.
But what you're saying
I'm just saying
worst episode so far, and we're saying the episodes with no action were the worst episodes so far.
No. I mean they progressed the story somewhat. They were setting up something. Unless this ties to the dude in the green suit, where he says the guy owes him money, and these guys were trying to. I think the guys were robbing the jewel for that or whatever. Something along those lines. Or if, like, I don't know, one of these guys comes back as somebody else, and I just don't see where any of it fits in the story.
I think you need to be drug tested, sir. That's all I'm saying, because you clearly.
Yeah, well, you're looking in the mirror, buddy, because, yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much, bro. Caffeine? Anyone? Coffee?
I don't need a test.
No way.
I know what I'm
no way you can tell me. There's no way you could tell me that episode 5.
Oh, I just did. I just did.
Worst.
It doesn't fit the flow of the rest of the story. It just
that is
random event.
I'm gonna say 2, 3, 4
with nothing else.
You crazy?
But a promotion.
They weren't trash. It just wasn't no act.
And let's kill some. Let's beat up some bank robbers. And hey, look, I feel like I want to be Daredevil again. Okay, you could have done that in the first 10 minutes of another episode and actually put some more story stuff into it where
what do you think?
Bring out some of the the defenders we're going to see later on, or
this guy's on crack. I'm done talking to him. 6, what's your
more Muse
on episode 5?
I wanted to get his opinion on episode 6 before I did that.
6 was good. 6 is about a 9.
That's all you got to say about an episode that's a 9, but you got so much to say about the worst episode.
Hey, what do you want me to say about it? You progress the story. You got Wilson Fisk and the Daredevil being reborn at the same time. I mean, it is what it is. You got action, you got a little suspense. You see You see more story progressing in the White Tiger way, and Kingpin, and Daredevil. I mean, you're seeing a lot of things come together. 5, just you could have thrown it in the garbage and created actually something to progress the story.
All right. So what are you scoring episode 5?
I'll be generous and give it a 5.
Okay. All right, so you gave episode 5 a 5 and 6 a 9. Mac, and you gave 5 a what?
A 9.
And episode 6
6 a 10. Okay.
Now I'm smoking something.
So I
still are.
Yeah, I would give episode 5 probably, I think, like a solid, almost, I want to say like a 7.5. I think it was really. I'm gonna play it safe. I think
that's
it's
still better than the 5. That's
I think a 7.5. I don't think it was one of the worst episodes this season. I think the Glizzy episode was the worst episode this season. You agree? Yeah, see, Mac agrees. See,
yeah.
I would much rather see a mini heist spinoff episode in this universe of Daredevil stopping a heist, Matt Murdock stopping a heist, than I would rather see Kingpin eating glizzies and going to therapy again. So for you to say it's the worst episode is crazy to me, but I really enjoyed the 5th episode, and when I was watching it, I'm thinking like, man, these guys are probably still going to say it's not enough action in this episode, but there was enough that I was satisfied with it.
If it wasn't for the brutality at the end, I mean, the other fights were kind of just average, nothing really going on. If it wasn't for the fight at the end,
we hadn't had no fights.
Came out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, like we had some brutality we did have brutality at the end, and he did fuck up old buddy on the steps on the way down to the safe,
and caught a shotgun from hitting the ground, and caught a shotgun.
But we seen him, like, to me, I seen the purpose in the episode because I kind of seen him like he was one step closer to putting the costume back on, like he kind of like. It reconfirmed the reasons why he has them powers, because he got denied the loan, left the bank, and then he heard from outside that the spot was getting robbed. So his abilities came in handy. Then his abilities came in handy again when he had to get the gem out the safe. He saved all them lives. And if he wasn't there, it probably wouldn't have went like that. So I think like it reconfirmed to him why, he's blessed with these abilities, but obviously I feel like in episode 6, Muse was the thing that pushed him to the point of putting the costume all the way back on, because he wasn't about to let no serial killer run loose in Hell's Kitchen, and in New York in general. And yeah, so episode 5, I give it about a 7.5. Episode 6, I get at a 9 for sure. Like, I think that was just a banger all the way around. I think it was the best episode we got so far. And then right under that, I would put like episode 1 with Bullseye and Daredevil. That opening scene was just dope, even though it was kind of foggy and hard. No pun intended with, rest in peace, Foggy. But yeah, that opening fight scene with him and Bullseye all the way up the staircase was dope. And yeah, I loved episode 6, and like I said, I didn't think he would have White Tiger's niece, just siphoning blood out of her so quick. It just got dark, it was violent. I was happy to see Matt using his
batons.
Yeah, his batons to get across roofs again. Like as soon as I seen him hitting the rooftops again, I was like, thank God. Like this. I just want him to be back in costume, back doing it on his Daredevil thing. Like I love Matt Murdock too, but we got a lot of that this whole series. And what do we got? 2 episodes left?
3.
Yeah, so
Yep,
3 episodes left. I'm hoping the last 3 episodes we're getting a lot more Daredevil.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, okay. So we got 3 more weeks. And I'm just hoping he's ready to keep that costume on and fuck some people up. I imagine I don't think we're gonna see Muse again this season.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
oh, you think
I,
they're gonna
I
save
told you
him?
I didn't. I thought it was too short of a span to have Muse in there. I think at season 2 you're going to get maybe towards the middle to end things just start falling into place for everything to happen.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think we're gonna see Muse again. I think we saw his introduction. We saw enough of his like art that it was his whole setup for season 2, I feel like. And I feel like he's gonna terrorize Kingpin and Matt in season 2. He's just gonna have them just like doing anything they can do to try to stop this guy, both sides, the law, Kingpin, the mayor, and then the vigilante side with Matt and
I
Frank
think we're going to see
Castle
him.
even.
I think we're going to see him
And the
again.
task
I just
force?
don't think. I don't think we're going to see him and Matt go at it. I just think we're going to see him. There's going to definitely be him in there doing something in the background where you're going to see him, or they're going to cut to him, towards the end of something.
Maybe maybe like some little teaser for season 2, but I really think the end of the season, next 3 episodes are probably going to be more of that Punisher anti-vigilante task force wrapping up Vanessa Kingpin shit. I think they're going to kind of wrap up what the rest of the season was about, and then tease more Muse in season 2 to get us all to come back for season 2 to see more of this serial killer. Because I think he's really the highlight of the season.
Yeah,
Like,
do you think we'll see? Do you think we'll see any of the rest of the Defenders before the end of the season? First
no,
season?
no. And I actually think that's why I actually think that's why he'll go get them, is for help finding this guy and help stopping him. And with the anti-vigilante task force, I think they might even they might even go after Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, or Daredevil for things they've done in the past.
No, I think we'll see him. I'm starting to think that at least, if not before, where they're going to mix them in. I think definitely by the last episode, I think they're all going to be getting together. The task force is going to be off the rails.
You think we're going to see the Defenders before the last episode?
Maybe not all of them, but I think we're going to see some.
I don't think so. I think that's season 2
I think
shit.
that's season 2. I think that's season 2 shit.
Yeah, but you got to tease them a little bit. I'm telling you.
Oh wow.
The way they've been setting up everything in advance, I think that I think you're going to have to see somebody.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure. I think you got to think like they had Kingpin, Daredevil, the White Tiger, Muse. They got so much they've already introduced in this series. They brought in some MCU cameos with Swordsman and Kamala Khan's father, and I just don't think they plan to overstack this first season with Defenders and Frank Castle, Punisher. I don't think they're going to have Defenders in this one, but I do think by season 2 he'll start to reconnect with them people, because you see he's fell out of touch with them. He don't stay in contact with them.
Well, I mean, you really have nothing unless they start off and he's chasing a criminal down, and the task force goes after Daredevil because they don't think that no one knows Daredevil's back. Muse ain't telling nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no one knows Daredevil's back, so the task force is obviously going to have to go after somebody. Will it be the Swordsman? Will it be the Punisher? Will it be somebody else? I mean,
will it be Muse?
No, they don't even know he exists.
Yeah, they do, because that's why
they don't know what they have no ammo. They have nothing on him really.
Right, but they know he's using people's bloods to make murals, and there's like 12 of them all over the city. So they know. Like
you said, they don't know he exists, and they definitely know he exists. That's why he established the task forces, because he didn't want serial killers.
He wants these vigilantes off the streets.
Yeah, and
yeah, what I'm saying is they have no clue what they're even like what they're looking for. Nothing.
But he right, correct. Well, he's putting the masked people all in the same basket. You know, Daredevil, Muse, he's putting them all in the same basket for these cops to go after. You know, so we'll see. We'll see how it play out. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed episode 6. Sounds like everyone enjoyed episode 6.
6 is good.
We feel differently about episode 5. I enjoyed episode 5. You know, it wasn't as good as episode 6, but to me, it was better than 4.
Better than
It just
4.
felt
Yeah,
disconnected.
2, 3,
like
and
I
4.
said, it felt disconnected. It felt like it just.
Yeah, it did feel like a little spin-off episode. I'll agree with that. Like it didn't it wasn't necessary. It wasn't vital to the character progression technically, but it didn't hurt it. You know, you kind of see Matt getting back in, like even the fact he stole that red mask from that cop. Like I was like, okay, he's got a mask on.
He knew he wouldn't kill him. You know what I mean?
Well, he didn't want people to recognize him either on the street.
Yeah.
You know, like just civilians. He didn't want civilians seeing him doing all them Daredevil moves on him. So I don't know. It was dope. We all seemed to enjoy episode 6 for sure. So I'm looking forward to coming back next week with y'all and chatting about episode 7, arguing about what we liked and disliked.
I think where you guys are wrong is like I'm not saying that it wasn't good action and stuff like that. That's the only reason I gave it a 5. I just thought it was just out of sequence.
Oh, but sitting on the couch with the therapist talking about how Vanessa won't give me any trim is better. Is that what you're talking
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying it's better, but it actually involves in the story somewhat, where you see, you know, where Wilson is starting to be pussified, and then all of a sudden now
he's
he's
trying
like,
to get some of that goat
you were
cheese.
with
He
Adam,
was
huh?
in the bank trying to get some goat cheese. We all
And
been
who's the
there.
one who
He's trying to
told
get
you that he
along.
was whooping Adam's
He's trying to
ass?
get along. That's
too.
way better than let's sit and talk about our feelings. And
I'm
why
not saying,
things are
but
the
it
way they are.
progressed the story.
No, that shit
He's
didn't
gonna
progress.
go out and beat up
Right.
a couple, you know, random bank robbers, and he's gonna beat up a couple random bank robbers. Now, if it later on ties into the story somehow, then I'll be like, okay, well, I'll give it a better thing because it progressed the story. But the way the story's going now, nada.
Look, I'm a sucker for bank heist movies. You know, like I love a heist story, any kind of, like I love them kind of films and movies and TV episodes, and to see Matt Murdock caught up in one, I don't know. For me, it was a treat. But if you didn't enjoy it, you didn't enjoy it. You're entitled to not enjoy it, or not enjoy it as much as we did. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed episode 5 and 6. You know, I think they were 2 of the better episodes out of the whole series. To be real.
Big facts.
I'm sorry, I could not enjoy episode
3, and
5
4,
as much as Jack enjoys a glizzy.
2, 3, and 4 was progression of the story. I'm over here like trying to stay awoke watching episodes 2.
I like a good story. If you're going to tell a story, I want a good story. You know, if I just want to see blood, I'll throw on UFC. If I want to see some dudes duke it out and shit, or watch some one of them karate flicks that, you know, I can't understand because they're in a foreign language and stuff.
Okay, Jackie Chan. Anyhow, thanks for coming by, y'all, checking out Yo Hero. We will be back next week to do our episode 7 review and spoiler discussion and all that, and hopefully have some more MCU news, talk some more about this Avengers cast that just got announced, which is crazy. But yeah, appreciate y'all checking us out. Come back next week on Yo
Hero.
Mother
Bird, you forgot.
Told you I ain't doing that shit.
You forgot, Bird.